If the power went out tonight, would your family know where to meet? If a fire started in the kitchen, would your kids know which door to use? Most people spend all their energy on gear and supplies, and that's important. In fact, I've recently made 3 different videos about these important supplies. But here's the thing that most people overlook. If your family doesn't know the plan, all that gear doesn't matter. You can have the best emergency kit in the neighborhood, but if your wife is at work, your kids are at school, and nobody knows who to call or where to go, you don't have a preparedness problem. You have a communications problem. Before I get into the plan, real quick, I started this channel to help families get prepared without spending a fortune. If that sounds like something your family needs, hit subscribe. I put out a new video every week, and every single one of them is practical, affordable, and built for regular people, not hardcore preppers. All right, let's get into it. Today I'm going to walk you through exactly how to build a family emergency plan that actually works. And at the end, I've got something free for you, a downloadable template you can fill out tonight. No email sign up, no name, no nonsense. Just a link in the description below. I was in the Army for 9 years, and one thing we learned real fast: complicated plans fall apart. Something always goes wrong. The radio doesn't work, somebody's in the wrong place, the weather changes. I've learned that complicated plans usually don't get done. Simple plans do. That's the philosophy behind this template. It's not 47 pages. It's not written by the Department of Homeland Security in government language. It's written for regular families, people with kids, jobs, and not a lot of time, and I wrote it. The whole thing fits onto 4 pages. You can fill it out in one evening, and once it's done, you put it in a drawer, you review it twice a year, and you sleep a little better. Let me walk you through what's in it. The first page is family contact information: names, phone numbers, emails, work, and school addresses. It sounds basic, and you know what? It is basic. But here's what I want you to ask yourself. Does everyone in your family actually have everyone else's phone number memorized? I had 3 kids. Well, they're adults now. But when they were younger, if something happened during the school day and their phones were dead or the network was jammed, would they have known my number by heart? Probably not. Write it down. Put it on paper. Now here's the part most people skip. There's a section for an out-of-area emergency contact. One person, could be a relative in another state, or someone everyone checks in with. Why? Because during a disaster, local phone lines get slammed. You try calling your wife and it won't go through. But a text to your cousin in Ohio, that might slip right through. The rule is simple. Every family member calls or texts that one person. That person relays messages between everyone. It's a hub. One person, and it works. The second section is emergency meeting places. 3 of them. 3. First, right outside your home. For sudden emergencies like a fire, pick a specific spot: the mailbox, the big oak tree, the neighbor's driveway. Something even a 5-year-old can find. Second, a neighborhood meeting place. If you can't get to your house, maybe it's the park down the street. Maybe it's a church parking lot. Third, an out-of-area meeting place for major evacuations. Think a relative's house 30 miles away, or a landmark everyone knows. Now here's one thing that most people don't think about. You actually need to practice this. I'm not saying you need to run fire drills every weekend, but twice a year when you're changing the clocks for daylight savings, which you're already doing. Pull out this plan. Walk your kids through it. Say, if the smoke alarm goes off, we meet at the mailbox. Keep it simple. The template also has an evacuation section. Primary exits from each room. Where the fire extinguisher lives. Where the gas shutoff is. Where the water shutoff is. Where the circuit breaker is. I've got my breaker box in the basement. And let me tell you, when the power's out and you're stumbling around, you don't want to be figuring that out for the first time. Here's where this template earns its keep. There are sections for medical needs. The section for medical needs doesn't talk just about medications, it's allergies and mobility needs for every person in your household. If someone in your family has asthma or a severe allergy or takes medication they can't skip, write it down. In an emergency, you're going to be distracted. Adrenaline is pumping. You will forget things. Paper doesn't forget. Same thing for pets. Their food, their medications, the vet's phone number. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard about families who evacuated during a hurricane and realized halfway to the shelter that they forgot the dog's medication. Write it down. And here's something key. The important documents checklist. IDs, insurance cards, medical records, bank info, emergency cash. The template tells you exactly what to gather and put in a waterproof bag. This is not complicated. It's just a checklist. But if you ever need to evacuate in 20 minutes, having those documents ready means you grab one bag and go, instead of tearing the house apart looking for your passport while the kids are crying. I've been there. Not the evacuation part, the kids crying part. And trust me, you want as few things to think about as possible in that moment. The last section is a starter supplies checklist, and I intentionally kept it minimal. Water, non-perishable food, flashlight, first aid kit, maybe a power bank, blankets. This is not a doomsday bunker checklist. This is what the family of 4 need for 3 days. That's it. We're going to build this out month by month in future videos. I've got a whole series planned on building a budget kit, 1 or 2 items at a time. But for now, just look at this checklist and ask, if something happened tonight, do I have these basics? If the answer is no, start with water and a flashlight. $10 at Walmart, done. One more thing, the template has a practice and review section. Twice a year, run through it. Update phone numbers, check expiration dates on food and meds. Walk the kids through the meeting places again. Preparedness is not a one-time event. It's a habit. Small, simple, boring habits repeated over time are what actually keep families safe. All right, here's the deal. I made this template for you. It's free. In fact, the link below has 2 links. One for an Adobe PDF if you want to print it out, and a second link is to Microsoft Word so you can edit it, maybe type some things in. Very helpful, no cost, don't need to know your email address, your name, anything else. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, now's the time. We're building this channel from the ground up, and every subscriber helps more families find this information. Next time, we're going to start building your emergency kit, 1 month, 1 or 2 items, all affordable. I'll show you exactly what to buy, where to get it, and why it matters. I'm Tobin 7. I'm an Army veteran and Eagle Scout, and I believe preparedness isn't about fear, it's about protecting the people you love. Protect your home, protect your family, be prepared.